Hey, welcome to the Soccer Academy. My name is Antonio Soave, and I'm your host. Today, we're coming to you from beautiful Kansas City. The Legends is the name of a popular shopping area next to Children's Mercy Park, and it is actually situated within Kansas City, Kansas. And it features over 100 stores, restaurants, and theaters. Some of the notable names featured here are Nebraska Furniture Mart, Five Guys Burgers, Adidas, Nike, and Kansas City's own AMC Theaters. The Legends Shopping District even has its very own replica of the Yellow Brick Road, harkening back to the iconic film, The Wizard of Oz. Stay tuned because we'll be right back with more of the Soccer Academy from Kansas City. Welcome back to the Soccer Academy. We're in Kansas City. There's no way that you can come to the state of Kansas without seeing the Yellow Brick Road. That's right here in Legends, we've got the Yellow Brick Road. And instead of skipping down it, we're actually gonna do some soccer drills. Back, and back, and back, and back. Okay, so one skill set you're gonna wanna have on the field, because really what it does is it provides you with versatility and creativity. And that versatility looks like this, in the form of drawing back the ball softly, gently, and feeling it with the bottom of your feet, all right? Rhythm is also imperative here. So here's what it looks like. Back, 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 back. Okay, so now that we've done the pull backs, we're gonna do the push forwards. And you're gonna find it's a little more difficult to do because rhythm here becomes important, as does the skipping and the jumping to a beat of a beautiful drum. Here's what it looks like. We're here with Coach Daouda Kante and Stephen Enna. Stephen had that level of humility, and he also had what you described as that great soccer IQ. Mm-hmm. How did you see him advancing through the years?
I think his willingness to get better, and also his coachable. I remember I have a story to tell. One of his stuff, I was driving to my practice, and I was running a little bit late, and they were playing corner kick among each other, and Steve liked to bicycle kick and all those stuff, and Steve fell and broke his wrist, and I was
oh my gosh.
You don't remember that?
That was our first training. I guess I was a little too excited. And how old were you?
He was like 13 years old.
Yeah.
13 years old.
Our first training ever.
Training session. So, and I'm getting a call from my parents. It's like Stevie's here, so he's on the ground, his hand is hurt. And I'm like, so I'm rushing to get there, and finally I got there, so we got him to the hospital and all this stuff.
What advice do you have for Stephen?
I think be yourself and have fun. That's the only thing, and enjoy every moment of it, because to me, soccer is fun, and enjoy with that culture, embrace everything and have fun, enjoy yourself.
And Stephen, now in Division 1 in Denmark, in Europe, what would you have to say to one of your former coaches?
Former coaches is just, thank you for being there from, my youth into my adulthood, and I have nothing but great things to say, and just thank you so much.
Thank you, Steve. It was an honor to coach you. It was an honor. Thank you.
Welcome to the Soccer Academy. I'm Francesco Soave, and we are in Walt Disney's footsteps because this is Walt Disney's first studio. Walt Disney and his family moved here from Marceline, Missouri in 1910, and he started this, and he rented the upstairs in 1921, and one rumor says that he fed mice here. That might have been the inspiration for Mickey Mouse.
Did you know that Kansas City is home to Sporting KC in Major League Soccer, and we're right here in front of the stadium? Children's Mercy Park Stadium is located on the western side of the Metro Kansas City area, and it is within the very popular Legends shopping district. Mercy Park is home to Sporting KC of Major League Soccer. Welcome back to the Soccer Academy. We're right here inside of Sporting KC Stadium. Let's go and have a look. Stay tuned because we'll be back with more of the Soccer Academy.
Welcome back to Kansas City.
So here's a trick for the day. All right, what we do is we take all of that which we learned and we incorporate it into a more difficult move. Now, in reality, we don't use these moves a lot on the field. But when we're on the field, we might find that when we're in tight quarters, we might need to use something like this. Once upon a time, this was known as a classic move by the great player from Argentina, Maradona. And here's what it looks like. It's a double step action. And as you can see, when it's a double step action, right, I'm gonna fake the person out because I'm gonna fake to the right and pull back to the left. But it has to be done quickly. So the action actually looks like this. Okay, now for a skill set that everybody loves, shooting. But a couple of basics before we start. Remember, as we approach the ball, we're taking tiny baby steps so that we're approaching it properly, right? So we're not long stepping or short stepping. The other thing is our plant foot has to remain planted straight forward. Our body leaning over the ball generally, especially when we're shooting, so we keep the trajectory of the ball down and low. And we're following through with our laces, with all of the momentum, toes pointed down and following all the way through with our laces. And again, we're approaching the ball, following all the way through. We're approaching the ball, a variety of steps, following all the way through. Here in downtown Kansas City, we also have one of the most beautiful revivals in the spiritual world, and that is right here with the Little Sisters of the Lamb. They emanate and come from France, but they're now here with a convent and a monastery in downtown Kansas City.
We're the Little Sisters of the Lamb here in KCK. We're a Catholic nuns community, and And our life is a life of prayer. And let me show you something. Come. So if you look up there, zoom, there you go. You see the lamb, and around it is written, "Wounded, I will never cease to love." And that's our motto. And so we need to learn to love each other, even when we hurt each other. That's our treasure we also want to share with others. This wounded, I will never cease to love. It's really what Jesus did on the cross.
The Little Sisters help the underprivileged and downtrodden in the various communities in which they are located, including right here in the very center of Kansas City, Kansas. We're here with my great friend Daouda Kante. Daouda, thanks for having us out here.
Thank you.
You're not just an administrator, obviously. You're out here all the time with the kids.
Yes.
And the kids are loving the experience with you.
Yeah.
And you also do something really neat that I'd like to ask you about, and that is barefoot soccer. Can you tell us why you did that?
The barefoot soccer, because we live in a community that don't know much about African culture. So my job and my responsibility is not just soccer, but can we teach kids and parents what is, Africa represents. So grew up in Africa, but a bunch of us, we don't play with soccer shoes and we play barefoot. So I felt like, why not bring that to this community? And we've been doing it for the last 7 years, and we have about 200, 300 kids show up. And it's a fun event, and it's a free event for kids to express themselves. Can see kids do rainbow, kids doing different stuff with them again, because guess what? There's no pressure.
Right.
And they are free to express themselves. So that's one of the stuff. So I feel like it's important for our kids to know.
Amen. Daouda,
Thank you.
Thank you, my brother.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you. God bless.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Union Station is one of Kansas City's most iconic building structures. It is over 100 years old and is considered a historic landmark. After serving solely as a train station in the early part of the 20th century, it was later renovated and reopened with shops, restaurants, and a great children's museum known as Science City. Union Station is also home to the Arvin Gottlieb Planetarium, the Renier Extreme Screen Theater, the Model Railroad Experience, and the City Stage featuring live theater. In and around Union Station, you'll find some of the most iconic fountains in Metro Kansas City as well. Stay tuned because we'll be right back with more of the Soccer Academy. Welcome back to the Soccer Academy. We're right here in Metro Kansas City. Okay, so after we've done some of the more basic lifts, right? The lift where we come up, we cup the ball, we pull it up. We're gonna wanna get a little more creative. Why is that? Because it always helps us to develop our skills to the point where we can do a variety of things on the field. So again, we approach the ball, but this time our plant foot is pointed straight under the ball itself, and our other foot is coming over it and clipping it or slicing the ball. All right, so our other foot comes over it and slices the ball. We're back with Rick, Enna, and Stephen Enna. And Rick, can you tell us what it is you do to share the game with your sons and daughters?
So if you go back to Stephen growing up and my other 3 children, they didn't really know there was another sport. They grew up in the basement of our home. You know, we just had this 10 by 10 room. We stuck a little cone on each end, and
Right,
that was
and
our
just
field.
had fun.
And the kids we just had fun.
Being a son of him, seeing how, he's my biggest role model and seeing how he lives his life, and that really helped shape me as a man, and that's helped me in the professional game, knowing it's not always just about soccer, but it's about loving the game, having fun. And
They learned to love the game, and when they got to high school, the high school game afforded them the opportunity to honed some skills that they could carry back to the club level. When you pass on the Catholic Christian faith in our family, we're able to do so not only with what Catholics do when they worship together on Sundays, but also in how we pray together as a family. Those are things that really built a sense of togetherness. We center that in saying, we have this mandate, God has given you great talents and great gifts. You have this mandate to go out and be the best person you can be with these gifts you've been blessed with.
Absolutely.
And we get on our knees for the things we don't have any control over.
For sure.
And there's so much of life that we don't. And so that's kind of how we raised our kids, and then we carry that out over as a coach into the approach to the game. There's so many things that we have control over in the game, and that's training, that's building our skill level, that's working individually and as a team. But there's so many things we have no control over. And so hopefully that's helped form players like Steven, when they go to the college level, when they run into the tough coach or the bad situations or the bad referees, how they deal with adversity.
Hey guys, I got a secret for you. Kansas City is not Kansas City without authentic barbecue. And just before we go over to the NASCAR Stadium, we're at the Pit Stop Barbecue. Known for its exciting NASCAR races, the Kansas Speedway is located next to Children's Mercy Park in the Village West area as well. It is a 2.4-mile track that was completed in 2001. The Speedway hosts many NASCAR events as well as other popular races. If you have a need for speed, you can always check out the Richard Petty driving experience at the Kansas Speedway. It is sure to get your adrenaline flowing and may even be a great warm-up for a soccer game. So, Rick, can you tell us just how proud you are of your son for what he's achieved?
Steven has really had a great career. He's done so well, I think, because obviously he has a lot of talent, but he leads with humility. And, if you're humble and confident, that's a really tough combination to beat. It's wonderful to see such an amazing young man do so well. But he knows it might last 2 years or 20 years, but he's ready to go, wherever God takes him. Pretty exciting, just extremely proud of him, and can't wait to see what's next.
And what would you share with your father today?
He's been my dad and my coach for my whole life, and it's pretty special to walk that life, together, side by side, and being able to go through each stage together, and it's been pretty amazing.
Stay tuned because we'll be right back with more of the Soccer Academy from Kansas City. Thanks for joining us here on the Soccer Academy. And remember, if you want to know more about the Soccer Academy, just log on to www.socceracademy.tv. That's www.socceracademy.tv. Because for us, soccer is always a kick in the grass. God bless you. We'll be back again soon.
Thanks for joining us on the Soccer Academy.